Sometimes it feels like even when I'm back on the wagon, that scale refuses to cooperate and refuses to give me the number that I want. Ever happened to you? Well, today let's talk about why the scale is a tool and should not be determinative of how it is that we're feeling and how it is that we're progressing on our weight loss goals. So, if that sounds like something you want to listen to, me walking and sweating with Mr. Senior Puppy, join along. Welcome back to Fab 50s Florida, everyone, where we talk every day about weight loss and our health journey before and after menopause. And I fell off the wagon, talked about that already, and now I'm back up. And I'm trying now to focus on the weight loss and the 15 pounds for this month. Spoiler alert, that's probably not happening, but it's still about weight loss. More though, it's about my health. So I want to talk about, even when the scale is not reflecting the numbers that I want it to, and it's not, it's still okay. It doesn't mean that I have failed, and it doesn't mean that I'm not feeling better and that maybe I'm not still losing weight. Let's talk about why. So number one, I'm just feeling better. So when I'm sort of on this diet plan and when I'm committing to not eating the sugar and avoiding dairy and listening to my body, you know what happens? My body actually feels better. My joints don't ache. I can get up without that in my hip, and I can actually sleep better. I eat better without feeling that craving, right? Those cravings of, oh my gosh, I want more. You know, when I eat something sugary, it's not okay to have just one. Like, not in my book. If I'm going to have one and one is good, well, then 5 is better. So that feeling of control over my health and my eating and being able to stay focused on feeling better, eating better, living better, more than just a number on the scale, that's really meaningful. And then also, I put on a pair of shorts yesterday and they didn't feel quite so snug. Now, did they feel loose? No, but they didn't feel quite as snug. So even though the scale is not necessarily reflecting the actual pounds, the actual numbers that I want it to reflect, that feeling of not feeling stuffed in my shorts or stuffed in my clothing, that felt kind of nice. So know that even if the scale, which is just a tool, is not cooperating, it's not your enemy. It's just there to give you one measurement, right? And that's the pounds, but it's not the other measurements. It's not how are you sleeping? How are you feeling? How are you eating? How are your clothes fitting you? How are you feeling about yourself? So just remember, use the scale as a tool. Do not use it as a punishment. It is very hard for me when I look at that number. It's just not budging the way I want it to, even though since I've been back on, it is budging, just not the way I thought that it would, and certainly not the way that it did when I first started the plan. So, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm feeling better. I'm getting out here. I'm exercising without that pain in my hip. There's still some pains, I'm not going to lie, but just not as much. And then lastly, I've talked about it before, using this as an opportunity, as sort of a mind shift and thinking about it differently. When you're looking at the number and it's not tracking exactly the way I want it to, it doesn't mean it has to be a failure. Because again, my goal this month in July was to lose that 15 pounds by the end of the month. That's not happening. So I can feel defeated. I can feel like a complete failure, or I can feel like, okay, I did my best. I did what I needed to do, but I got back up. And my mind is going to sort of shift and think about continuing to use the scale just as a portion, just as a tool and a little tiny portion of the progress that I'm making. So putting those shorts on yesterday just made me feel like, oh, okay. It shifted my mind, like, okay, so that not even a half a pound that you lost in a day, that's okay. Sometimes when I wake up and I step on the scale, that sort of motivates me or makes me feel a certain way. And I don't want it to, right? I don't want that number to dictate how it is that I'm feeling during the day, how it is that I'm going to approach the day. Because if it's not what I want it to be, which often it's not, then that could just ruin the day. And I don't want my day ruined. And I know you don't want your day ruined either. So please just don't forget that if your scale is not saying exactly what you want it to say, that's okay. It's not there to make you feel better. It is not there to validate you. What it's there to do is just give you a number. Just give you a number of what the weight is in that moment. And it is just supposed to be used as a tool. So please don't punish yourself. Don't kick yourself in the butt. We do that enough as women every day in a million other ways. Don't do it because of the scale. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk and listening to me sort of complain about the scale, bolster the scale, almost cheer for the scale. And remember, your weight loss journey and your health journey is personal. It's yours. It's not the same as mine. It's not the same as your next door neighbor's. So whatever the scale says or whatever your doctor says, that's personal. That's your own. Don't let the number on that scale dictate how it is that you feel about yourself. Go out there and enjoy. Feel better, eat better, fuel your body, move your body. And if the scale doesn't want to cooperate, then so be it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us again today on Fab 50s Florida. I hope that you like, you subscribe, and you share this video and this channel with anyone else, especially women who are on their healthcare journey in their 50s and beyond. Menopause be damned. I'll see everyone tomorrow.